Welcome. Today the project is the Mercedes 450 SE from Majorette, a car that had a rough life. At some point the front was a little bit squashed, and the funny story is that I have a friend that he loves everything related to Mercedes Benz, and he loves Hot Wheels and he loves modifying Hot Wheels. Uh, and so I gave him this car for him to restore. And a couple of days later, he returned the car, saying that it was unsavable for him, at least for him. So I have kept this car around, thinking what I'm going to do with this car. Is it a project? Is it just trash? But no, it's not trash. I decided to use it as a continuation of my learning, this hobby. So it had a life, and now it has a second chance to live again. So you see that front end is a little bit damaged. I'm trying to straighten the casting up with my file, but the truth is that the front end was really squashed a bit, and I had to use you can see up ahead I had to use some heavy tools to try and put the casting in its place. Here I'm going to remove the hook from the rear, so I'm not going to need that for the final design of this car. This Majorette brand, it's French, so back in the 80s, 90s, no, 90s, I don't know, but in the 80s, all French cars had yellow lights, and this particular model has yellow lights and yellow glass. So I'm taking out the precision tool, the most precision tool I have, to try and put the cast on this place. With very slow strokes of the hammer, as you can see. Well, the paint stripping was a little hard. This paint was really stubborn to get out, and this paint stripper is really nasty stuff. So it's strong, but the paint was just stubborn to get out, and took I believe 3 or 4 attempts to remove it, and left it a very long time trying to do its thing. But you see here the paint is trying to come off, but in other areas, like here in the trunk, it was really hard to come off. But in the end I managed to remove all the paint. just very hard to remove, but finally I did it, and now I'm going to polish it and preparing the surface for some changes I'm going to make, as you will see. So I decided to put it some larger wheels, so I had to open up the wheel archers to fit those larger wheels, and also I'm going to do some body work. As you will see up ahead. This is some Coca-Cola can that I used to make these molds. Some Alteco putty. A lot of it. I'm going to use a lot of putty here in this project today. Some wheel arches, and I'm going to make also some new bumpers and side guards. So the putty is dried up, so the sanding process starts, and this process also took a very long time. I'm not a professional, I'm just a curious in this kind of hobby, and it takes me a lot of time, but it's okay. I don't have a schedule to make, so I make my own schedule. So this stage I have already gave it a spray of primer, and I'm trying to finish up with the some finishing touches with that final putty from Tamiya. And more sanding. Now this is just a small sample of, you can imagine the time I spent sanding. I don't know how many, I believe I was working in this car, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks, maybe, on and off, of course. Just a massive front bumper. So with that massive front bumper, I decided I was going to need something in the back. The back was very simple, the back bumper. So I've made some extractor diffuser. As you can see, I'm going to put in four fins, and I'm going to make the exhaust super big, really big exhaust. I'm using some matte black paint, of course. I needed some paint to try and disguise all the design flaws and finishing flaws that naturally I made, because I'm a rookie still. So I'm painting some details that is going to be visible on the outside, and here I'm painting the interior. Just a simple paint job. As you can see here, I paint really fast and no mistakes, curiously enough. So this is already with the top coat, and I'm now making some bling in the hood to make it a little more blingy, with some gold paint, and it turned out very good. Though that tape is really thin, and also the technique of putting the top coat and then painting the stripes, I think that made that there was no bleeding whatsoever. That is some straight lines, very good finish. Now this is the final assembly. The car is not a very good roller. The wheel arches should be bigger. the wheels and tires have just yet a little bit of room to roll, so if the suspension works just a little bit, they rub on the bodywork, so it's a learning curve. And the final touch is that this Mercedes got a power upgrade, which is a supercharger. That I'm just going to glue to the hood. I thought about making a cut in the hood, but the post that holds the front together is on the way. So and it's needed to compact the front because it's a little bit bent. So I decided not to open a hole in the hood. So I'm just going to glue the supercharger. And I think it's alright. The final result. Those massive exhaust pipes, two trumpets from hell. Look at that. Well, here you can see with a little bit more detail the final product. I see a few flaws, but you know, I'm not a professional restorer or YouTuber, because there are a couple of guys out there that are on a god level compared to me, and I'm not at that level yet, if I ever will be. But that's it. Thank you for watching. Keep safe and goodbye.